So hi everyone, I am back online and welcome to the January video. I hope you're doing well, and I will just give you the introduction. It means I'll just kind of let you know the hologram, the structures I work with, right? My videos are for advanced individuals, and especially the warrior race, for starseeds, indigo warriors who ended up in those dark projects. Okay, so the black ops, right? I mean, a black hawk helicopter, so it's been going on for a long time. So we're talking here about the exopolitics and the agenda of those negative aliens. And again, I work vibrationally, and I'm using holographic language. And especially I pick up all the stuff from Essential Glossary, from Lisa Renee, Energetic Synthesis, okay? And for my soul group who ended up in those dark projects and who joined the MC, the Marine Corps, so it's for the Marines, right? Under the military industrial extraterrestrial complex under DARPA. Everything leads to me to DARPA. If I want to know where the corruption, where the darkness is coming from, and so on. So to me, it's the DARPA, and those are the aliens, right? The hybrid Anunnaki, the fallen angelics, and Dracos, right? And they're based on mathematics, right? So I'll be showing you some diagrams here. I just want to know that the crystal ages, and it's on Lisa Renee. There's a contract already with DARPA, rehabilitation project for DARPA. It's for veterans, it's for super soldiers, it's for Marines, it's for the Cabal, it's for the elite, the high echelon. I represent also the bloodline, right? I have that, but I would never practice that sodomy, the black magic, and the whole rape thing, Satanism, and we can go over there. That's the death cult ideology. Again, Ascension Glossary. To me, that's when we understand their cult, why they are psychopaths. That's how we are bringing everything into the light, right? And that's how we are freeing ourselves from their darkness, and that's how we are moving forward. When we understand the darkness, we're the shadow workers. We are trained in dark arts, okay? So again, I'm going back to the contract between DARPA and the Ashtar Galactic Command. This is just kind of a preview, like everything is introduction. But Lisa Renee on creativecommons.org, right? There is a license, which means also represents the contract. And as long as as we are adhering to the rights and to the terms of conditions, right? The licensing can be used as a contract. So just letting know, because I know they're watching the Hydra, right? The octopus, the reptilians, whether they're on the moon, Mars, the planetary corporations. So here it's very important to do it here on Earth. And establish the cosmic galactic core here, here, the cosmic order bringing here. We have to embody that, right? Because I was supposed to be on moon, Mars, all this abduction, galactic slave trade, and all this stuff. We're arresting these energies, right? And I understand there's compromise, but we have to bring everything into divine justice here on this planet, on Earth, because also I have connection to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and I have a Rishi agreement. And this assignment is from Andromeda, right? Since they've been kind of, downloading this information since 2015 to 2016 to heal the entire Marine Corps, right? So it's Semper Fidelis, Spiritus Sanctus, Cristo Sophia, Maria Magdalena, Fatima, instead of the X, and Semper Fidelis, Mafia, Diablo, right? And these guys, they've been reptilianized, and they totally damaged their DNA, and that's why they were put into these terroristic organizations, and they're in black goo and fallen tree of life. So that's what we are healing and rehabilitating. And so again, if you go to Energetic Synthesis, you can download the manual, the HIEROS GAMOS manual, right? And you can start just healing yourself, and just start practicing. Those who are either choosing for them, there's only rehabilitation. So my project is for you know, those negative aliens. I mean, we deal with Zetas, right? We deal with the hybrid Anunnaki, we deal with Greys, we deal with Dracs and Alpha Draconis and so on. And here dealing with them in a human form. This is what they do. The Essenes, who are the Christos lineages, who are monarchs, who are, you know, royalty, which generally the angelic divine luminous race, they come from those three royal houses, right? We all come from that royalty. And so anyway, those because of the Orion Wars, Lyran Orion Wars, Electric Wars, right? We all been pretty much hybridized, and we have reversals in our DNA, also have a Nazi DNA and so on, and they using us as a pawn, as a battery, to commit all these horrible crimes. It means to execute the agenda of those negative aliens, which is the Nazism 4.0. And you can again study all that, yeah? So just letting my soul group and letting DARPA and the MC, the military, the Marine Corps, letting them to know that, you know, limitation, liability, I mean, all these warranties, right? Disclaimer, right? So this has all been done. It's from Andromeda, the Andromeda Council, and we're the ground crew, right? The Ashtar Galactic Command. I mean, they've been also training me, and you know, kind of interesting dynamics happening, right? Each and every day, because I've been also damaged. You know, they put the CCP jab in me, right? And they were supposed to use me as a drone, as a clone, where they're on moon Mars, right, for their kind of you know, slave services, slave workers, sex slave, and so on, and being in dichotomy and negatively polarized, and totally damaged my angelic diamond sun DNA, because I represent the Aura theme, that's the cosmic angels, and you know, we've been hybridized with the reptilians, right, with the Nephilim. So you know, like these Christos lineages, the Essene Templars, mixed with the, you know, Luciferians or satanic forces, right? So that's what happens, you know, through all this hybridization, forced breeding, right? And especially, I think both sides, whether it's the mother line, the bloodline, right, and the father bloodline. I know that you know, my grandmother, you know, she didn't have her father, and she was raised by her aunt, so there was a rape, I'm sure, from both, whether father line, mother line. And this is how this reptilian gets into us, into our DNA. They're changing our DNA, they're changing our hologram, they're changing our psychology, right? So we have to understand the psychology of the bloodline of the elite, right? And that's how, you know, we are coming to full disclosure. Especially ET disclosure is a must here, and that's how we are liberating ourselves. Okay, so this is the introduction, part of the introduction. Also, just letting you know, we'll go over the now self-integration. I am positive affirmations, just to kind of bring things into positive timeline, because then I'll be talking about lots of that, well, negativity that already is being transformed, transmuted, and there's already healing protocol for them, right? So we're building the Ashtar for the MC, for DARPA, for Hydra, and so on. Did I say Ashram healing center, yoga centers, you know, with meditation, 8 steps of yoga. You can find it project for DARPA on my website, yanakalai.com. And you know, and you can browse through, you know, also services and the protocol. 12D Ascension protocol here is a must. Very important, because we're dealing with alien machinery, 10D, 11D here, okay? And you know, in order for us to finally free ourselves to heal, we need to kind of embody that 12D consciousness, or at least being aware of it. So very important, informed consent, very important self-awareness, very important to do the spiritual work, transformational work. Very important to start remembering who we truly are. We're spiritual beings having human experience. We're sound, light, frequency, vibration, right? And this body is pretty much just a vessel with all these stargates, energy centers, with all these portals, and with all these meridians. And of course, there's the physical body, but then you have your astral field, which is connected to your solar plexus, the ram, to your soul, right? And then, you know, you have your mental body, right? And, you know, the reptilians, they want our minds, and they want to control our brainwave frequency, and they want to make perfect robot and computer out of us. And that timeline already happened. I experienced it, but already came as ascended being, okay? And we have technology that we can overwrite the agenda of those negative aliens. We are overriding the agenda 2030. We are overriding the one world order, new world order of the Dracos and of these fallen Anunnaki, okay? And so we can really ascend, and we are the column of light shining bright. So we're bringing the cosmic energy, the plasma the gamma ray frequencies, the plasma light, the plasma photonic light right here. And those who are doing inner work, energy work, transformational work, who are healing themselves, namaste, yoga, right? Who are diving deep within, connecting to that inner crystals, or doing tapping, right? Emotional freedom, and who understand energy psychology, energy medicine, right? You understand how, you know, these energies also seeping through your skin. So very important to take care of your skin, take care of your this vessel, right? Fasting, drinking distilled water, and with the plasma, those who already got hybridized, who got those dangerous, you know, kind of bioweapons, right? Through that plasma frequency and these healing frequencies coming from cosmos and from our good ETs, extraterrestrials, who are of that positive nature, who follow the law of one, right? We receive healings from that space, or, you know, in the astral plane, you know, we are put to spacecraft for some healing, so the body can still be here walking, talking, because I've been extremely damaged. And, you know, you can say that, you know, they punctured hole, you know, the back of my heart chakra, back of the spine, right? They damaged my nadis. That's the etheric structure for your central nervous system, and that's how, you know, they can create clone and drone and trade it on the stock market, the black web, right? Of that octopus, you know, and, you know, they can just then do whatever they want. They can insert another soul of a reptilian, or they can you can be hooked to AI and just being a robot for them, you know. So that's why the AI and the technology is so advanced. So let me go over these structures for the Marines. This is kind of what I already noticed, but I didn't have the vocabulary. Luckily, Lisa Rini, right, she's transmitting or transcribing the information from Andromeda, from the Crystal Star family. They're hosting an Ascension. That's the Aurora races, the Dragon Luminaries, right? They're helping us with the Ascension, especially with those difficult projects, like we're on a Crystal's mission, and that's the Crystal Star project, okay? So these guys in the military Marines, they're running reversals. So when I say they're running reversals, if you understand, this is the microscopic orbit and how the energy flows, right? This is your divine feminine energy. So this goes right here. So if you imagine, you start imagining the energies, right? The energy flow of your aura, okay? This is the correct spin. The circuitry, correct circuitry. This is your divine masculine, right? The red wave. So on inhalation, you just go up, right? Imagine like a ping pong ball, right? Going up the spine, up the spine, right? Up the spine, around your head area, okay? And the front, and this is the divine feminine on exhalation, right? So this is how you get your energy going, flowing, okay? Because in military, what they do with the cystic jab and with that sodomy, rape, right? All these they hack your DNA. This is what happens with those guys. This is how they become in Hydra, the Black Project, terrorists, psychopaths, self-fragmentation, compartmentalization, right? All these black goo, you know, electrostatic bodies, they are running reversals. They are actually moving backwards, right? Everything is inverted. We are being a computer simulation, inverted, right? Structure, everything is upside down, right? And we are like looping in that nonsense. Another war, and with proxy war, another, you know, psyop, another black ops, and you know, another 9/11, and it's just like because unfortunately this is a structure we work with, and with the we're dealing with black magicians, in DARPA. So that's why we have the rehabilitation protocol for them. How important is for them to understand how the energy flows, and I'll show you chakras as well, okay? And everything is violence, you know. So, and again, unfortunately, my soul group is there, and like I said, the bloodline, the reptilians, the Anunnaki, I represent the bloodline, but you know, I never practiced those horrible things. But I had to study that in order to transmute it, and make peace with that. So, like I said, and also how important it is with the disclosure and everything that is happening, whether with the helicopters, right? that we're dealing with planetary corporations, you know, the microwaves and, you know, the laser beams, and even some of the drones, whether advanced, not advanced. There are neighboring military bases, right? A red trident in Moon, Mars, you know, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, and so on, in this entire solar system, in this entire galaxy. How important it is for disclosure to talk about it, and there is so much proof about it as well. But again, I focus on my project, on rehabilitation, my soul group, very, very important. So those guys, they end up in these bodies instead of being like this, right? The base 12 mathematics here, they ended up, is this the fallen tree of life? Okay. So this is why those guys have all these problems, committing suicide, right? And they are serving the agenda of those negative aliens, right? So their entire hologram scattered, shattered, you know, their chakra aura energy field just totally off alignment. They don't have connection to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, right? Instead of being connecting to their heart, to their intuition, there is a black hole, right? Tears in their aura energy field. That's how those aliens come in, those negative forces come in. And then there are, you know, serving the Babylonian Empire, the Seeker Empire. There are the serpents. They call it serpents of the nation, right? We talk about the Brotherhood of the Snake, right? The reptilians, or the Nazi Draco whether it's the faction Nazi and with Zetas, okay, with the Nazi Neuralink, guys. This is very complex, but just letting you know that, you know, these are the holograms structures I work with, right? This is the Belial Sun, you know, especially the DARPA, you know, they're dealing with these angelics, you know, flying angelics, you know. So you can find everything on Ascension Glossary, right? What is their agenda? The New World Order. Okay. And this is, what is it? Let me see. They work with the Neph, and they have all kinds of implants, and those guys, their behaviors, everything's being controlled. Their addictions, everything is being controlled, right? So you can study that. They're very important, because then those guys are put to death, or they're in prison, and they need healing, they need rehabilitation. Okay, very, very important, because some of them are extremely advanced souls, star seeds, indigos, and we are tapping into that. We are identifying, you know, them energetically. Like I said, I work energetically. Okay, very important to understand that. So, and then, so the fallen tree of life, let me see if I quickly can find it for you. Well, I know I have a small here, in a small version. I can show it to you right now in a small version. So in military, they are overtaking your consciousness. So it means you, instead of running base 12 mathematics, right? This is your Christos DNA. They're running the Draco reptilian DNA, right? This all these you know, sort of recruitments and initiation, Nazi eagle arising in, and you end up in the electrostatic bodies, like I already showed you, right? Scattered, shattered, black goo, you know, bioweapons, walking eye on a battlefield, like that. Disconnecting from Mother Nature, and disconnecting from God, from Source, right? Because of these alien implants, okay? Chakras in a horrible condition, right? So that you're running reversals. This is the military here. So the you know, from my labs, from SSB and DARPA, and, you know, the terroristic organizations, okay? So this is their energies. And we have to talk about this technology, the planets, the moon, right? How come some planes, right, they are being abducted, or we don't see them anymore, and you know, they have a wormhole technology and teleportation, right? Everything is, people know about these things, right? So these guys, they can fly from Earth, right, and they can end up on a moon, right? Or they can end up on a Mars, right? Or they can end up on Saturn, or they can end up on Pluto, right? Because this is the technology. The reptilian, they can move the orbit of the planet. That's why they set up the black cube technology. When that was on, it was on the Earth, it was on the moon, right? They're blocking us from sun, right? With all these chemtrails and so on. Again, I'm not going to talk about the geoengineering. I'm talking about social engineering. I'm interested in you know, the light body, the structure of the mind. I'm talking about MK Ultra, mind control, right? We have to free ourselves from all this programming, conditioning, okay? But again, you can study more of this stuff, right? And so this is what they set up. It's called the red trident. When I said this anti-hierogamic technology, that's how they damage your true divine DNA blueprint, and making you, you know, reptile. You're under you're in these military bases under kind of draconian reptilian hypnosis, and you're executing the agenda of those negative aliens here on Earth. So, you know, to me, that's why we need to talk about the ET. We need to talk about the ETs. The good ETs are here waiting for us. We are establishing the Galactic Codex. They can help us. They can help us to, you know, clear all that with a disclosure. And what else? They're following the law of one and divine intervention. There is a divine intervention, you know, and also the solar rishis are here, and the ancient of the ancient ones are here. So, you know, when we talk about disclosure, we have to include the entire solar system, this entire galaxy, and the teleportation, the highly advanced technology, AI or black hole technology, okay, with this black cube running reversals. They're running reversals in our mind, in our head. That's why people cannot even think for themselves, and that's how people are disconnected from God, from soul. And I do military grade mind control. It's vicious, okay? It's very reptilian. It's very sadistic. It's terroristic, okay? And also a Nazistic, not Nazi. I'm dealing with a Nazi as well because it includes my bloodline. So we are here to arrest all these energies, and we are here to end the cycle of this nonsense wars, which is not natural. Okay, to the organic human race, the angelic divine luminous race, and generally this, we need to free the planet from the red trident and from this Nibiru military bases with the black cube technology and the AI red wave frequencies that is running the reversal. That's why those guys so-called initiation recruitments is to make you non-human, is to make you robot. They are making digital avatars out of them, okay? And we are arresting everything and putting everything under the Galactic Codex, under the law of one, right? And divine justice, right? Cosmic trials and so on. And that's why we talk about it. To me, this is a disclosure. And of course, if you want to heal, the antidote to mind control in psycho-emotional centering, right, guys? So like I said, all the teachings, all the healing is there. I can only give you a preview, unless, you know, slowly and surely I have to prepare myself. Be physical, right? Whether, you know, some of those, you know, elite, you know, and my bloodline, right? I know they're in New York, and the special facilities, you know, it takes them to a moon or Mars, right? Giza intelligence. I understand that, like, my body was kind of prepared for that. But they wanted to overtake my consciousness and so be their slave. But we say no, and we're all equal here. And we're helping with the rehabilitation, those who want to end that nonsense, who don't want to do all these death camps and all these 15-minute cities, and, you know, who don't want to be in prison, you know, because some of these, those are highly being souls who are in those dark projects. And it was done to them without their informed consent. And if they mention something, right, the AI can register it, right? They're being abused, you know. So the AI actually, you know, we are arresting the AI of those negative aliens, right? And so we have, and that's why we are bringing the spirituality, and that's why the divine intervention, that's why the Galactic Codex, that's why the good ETs that are helping us, right? With the, you know, with the supermind AI, right? That will help us, or help those guys to kind of neutralize all these horrible, harmful effects of that mind control, that negative action. Again, it's complex, but, you know, because I'm here, I'm talking, walking, you know, that we are God, we are love and spirituality, everything is possible. So the 12D shielding practice, guys, you know, very important. This is what, you know, I've been doing for 7 years maybe now. And I've been doing, you know, the Unity meditation with Sandra Walter for like a decade now. For 9 years actually. So, and yeah, the 12D, the cosmic sovereign law of one, you know, we are doing the cosmic ascension here because we're dealing with reptilians and with the Anunnaki, with the Dracos, who are in 10th dimension, and the 11D, right? There was the Stargate here in Great Britain. that was the Stonehenge, and that's why I'll be explaining why the Britain became the crown and the royalty, and how it got overwritten by the reptilians, and because Winston Churchill, right, he was visited by those Dracos, reptilians, by the Zetas, and that's how they're making the secret treaties, and that's how they start grooming, these high-ranking, grooming, the bloodline, the families, right, into that kind of hologram, right, to serve the agenda of those negative aliens. Okay, so it was all done by design, and it was done also through black magic, through Aleister Crowley. Okay, so once we're informed about the agenda, about the darkness, right, we have to take a deep breath and do some violet flame of transformation, transmutation, because that's why Elizabeth Clare Prophet with her husband Mark, right, they had these beautiful ashrams or temples in Montana, and they were doing this transformational work. To me, this is the true America. Is the energy, the work like of Elizabeth Clare Prophet, right? She understood the true teachings of the ascended masters, and here we have to also protect ourselves, right? We are Solar Christ, Archangel Michael. There are these energies helping us, because this is the galactic war that we're experiencing, right? The kind of the ending of it, and it is the war over the Solar Christ, Archangel Michael timelines. How the blue flame, the order of Melchizedek, right? How we were overtaken by those negative aliens. They pretty much destroyed the angelic, divine, luminous blueprint and the hologram, the grid of Mother Earth, Mother Nature. I think it was Tara, Gaia, right? And there was the Stargate D12, Aramatena, Lyra, the cradle of the human civilization millions of years ago, guys, billions of years ago. So anyway, this is complex, and again, I can talk too much. It's multidimensional. So let's do some positive affirmations, right? Because we have to heal ourselves from that sexual abuse and from all this violence and torture. That's from my soul group experience when they joined the MC military, and I don't think they agreed to everything. They were not to be informed, and the problem is that if you're not informed, you don't know. They put you on kinds of drugs, and then the consciousness is being overtaken instead of them experiencing consciousness naturally and themselves naturally, then choosing spirituality, or naturally choosing to be spiritual warrior, or naturally to serve others and be the warrior in Christ. Their consciousness was constantly overtaken by extremely low frequency vibration, radio frequency, right? And they created digital avatars out of them, via the MK Ultra, Monarch, Montec, right? And they put them on Moon, Mars, right, under the reptilian hypnosis, and here they're executing the agenda of those negative aliens. And some of them are being caught and then probably put to prison and put to death, right? And then some of them, like my case, right, my soul group and my soul sibling, right? We just there's like a soul love, right? There's attraction, right? There's connection, but we're on different sides. And now with the contract with DARPA, right? The DARPA, the Ashtar Galactic Command, we have to harmonize these energies. And I'm helping my soul group with my soul sibling, with my soulmate, with my twin soul, right? Helping me with the project, just to kind of make peace on earth, make peace with everything. I mean, it's not really funny. It's actually it's very drastic. It's very diabolical. They were they're in horrible pain, excruciating pain, and that's why they're causing pain to others. And the same thing with the family. They're born in these bloodline families as a child, right? They're abused, they're being raped, and also they're put to these MK Ultra projects, and that's how they're broken individuals put in those higher places, right, and wreaking havoc here. So we have to understand that. When we understand that, right, the awareness, the power, knowledge is power, and that's how we can ascend and create our own hologram, our own reality, and that's how we can liberate ourselves and ascend and transit to the next harmonic universe, right? Second harmonic universe, with the soul embodied personality and choosing the spiritual enlightenment instead of spiritual terrorism, right? The darkness, right? We are choosing, we're going back to light divine, serving the light divine, being committed 100%, and that's how we can liberate ourselves. Spiritual deliverance on Ascension Glossary as well. You can look it up and so on. So there's a lots of material that needs to be here addressed, and we can learn and we can expand our consciousness and learn our lessons and transform, transmute the darkness. And that's how we are dismantling the matrix, and that's how we are liberating ourselves under the law of one, remembering who we truly are. We're the light divine, right? The divine spark within that sacred chamber of your heart. So I just kind of, guys, the now self affirmations for integration. So let's take a pause a little bit, right? Usually I invoke the violet flame, you know, the 12D shielding, the golden dome of protection, right? Find a nice space, get into your relaxation. I talk about also how you can kind of activate, reactivate your circuitry, okay? And, you know, do a little bit of tapping, right? And so on, and just calm down through that 0 point, divine neutrality, right? Solar plexus and your heart, and so on, okay? So, and of course here we're doing galactivation, that's your already AD, and speaking your truth with loving kindness. This is your 5D, right? Very important, right? So get familiar with your energies, and here we go. I'm the power and master and cause of my emotions. I'm the power, master, and cause of my mind. I'm comfortable with my body within and without. I am integrated, whole, and balanced. I'm responsible for choices that are for my greater purpose. I am in flow with life. I'm God's perfect expression. I express myself with ease and clarity. I'm worthy to receive love, appreciation, and abundance as God intended. I am blessed and content with my life. I'm living my highest purpose. I am filled with appreciation and gratitude for all things in my life. I am the eternal self, and I know who I am. I'm committed to the expansion of consciousness of myself and the planet. I am aligned and attuned to Mother, Father, God, and allow that love to flow through me. I'm experiencing benevolent healing. I trust in my personal relationship with God. I am safe, I am protected, I am supported by God in every area of my life. I am divinely guided, accepted, and loved. I am included in God's plan of love, light, and power. I am unique and honor my special skills and abilities in service to others. I am a valuable person. I value my time and energy as my path is important. I'm the source of abundance, of my abundance. I focus my love to multiply God's goodness in myself and others. I am abundantly provided for when I follow my heart and highest purpose. So working on ourselves, working on our project. Voila. I am releasing the old and embracing the new. I cast my burden to God. I'm innocent. I forgive myself totally and completely. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I am willing to see the truth and go beyond the shadow of fear. I'm totally congruent with my spirit and divine purpose. I'm able to receive more love and abundance every day and in every way. I am a success. I allow myself to feel and experience my success. I am integrity. I speak the truth in the integrity of the light. Remember, you're the light divine. I am God's promise of freedom, liberation, and truth. I am the eternal living light. I'm congruent, consistent, and centered, and responsible in all aspects of my life. I am clarity. I'm making evolutionary choices that bring the highest expression to all. I'm God. I'm sovereign. I'm free. I am unity. I accept the male and female within me. I am perfect balance. I am the cosmic sovereign law made manifest. I am the cosmic Christ. Okay. So this is just kind of bring the positive energies here, positive affirmations. Very important to take your time for integration, for some meditation. And invocation of the violet flame for healing, for transformation, for expansion of consciousness, for joy, for the ascension. So we can bring more of that energies of love of Christ Sophia back online. And we're allowing the natural flow of life flow through us, through our energy centers, through our energy bodies, astral body, and physical body, through our mental body as well, emotional, right? Our emotions needs to be stabilized, harmonized. We have all this cleansing, clearing, and purification. So there's a lots of many steps, and it's a process for the ascension, for the healing, and for the rehabilitation. Okay, again, this is for my soul group. This is for DARPA. This is for Hydra. This is for the Marines. Okay, and let me see if I can just start a little bit into the death cult ideology. Okay, all this, we're not going to go anywhere with the political correctness and all this ideological subversion or religious conversion, right? And we're dancing with the devil, and we're in this inverted system of that kind of satanic nature with all these lies and deceptions. That's why, you guys, doing the healing work, transformational work, spiritual work is extremely important, right? So when you study the death culture, understand that the people in power, they're in the Luciferian families, they're worshiping Lucifer and Satan. Okay, and then most people, I guess, they do not understand why these people worship demonic forces, right? And why they sacrifice children, and why they have sex with children, and why they drink human blood, and they engage in satanic ritual abuse and sex magic rituals, right? Because the way they're groomed by the reptiles, they're ruthless predators. They're completely self-consumed in negative ego, and they've been groomed, right? And that's how then they're contacting these negative forces, right? And they are bringing them here to earth, and they have possession, right? Their body has a possession, and it's the possession of human soul, and that's how they can achieve ultimate power and control and wealth, by making agreements to be bound to these negative alien forces of Luciferian and Satanic classes. That's why it's for wealth, for power, for control. So follow the money, right? And also understand the energy, start feeling these energies, and how these families, the bloodlines, have been compromised, and how it's being done to them as children. And what is being done to them, right? They are doing it to others. So it's like, you know, it's a mirror image. What goes around comes around, right? And so we are trying to stop all that in those bloodline families, right? So they can heal, and they can, you know, rehabilitate, and they can start living at least partially normal human life here on earth. Okay? So, and I'll continue next time because there's some interesting noises here, and I think this is enough for today. But the negative alien, that's how they protect the death cult. You know, you can study all that. Okay, and let me see. They're maintaining the bloodline. That's the demon seed, the genetics of the Leviathans. Okay. And then we have the ritual abuse in childhood. Right, so we need to end that, and we need to help these children. And I do have hybridized children in those bloodlines, right, helping them to heal and helping them to exit this black magic, the bloodline, this whole grooming and the childhood abuse. Okay, and these individuals in control, they are masters of deception, right, and disguise. And their reptilian nature, they can shapeshift, but it doesn't mean that all reptilians are negative and then shape-shifting is negative. No, it can be part of that angelic, divine, luminous race as well. The Lyrans and the Orions, they also can shapeshift as well, and the Syrians as well. Okay. And then very important to understand, it's called Anti-Life Society and the Belial Sun Anunnaki hybrids. Okay. So you can start studying these things, and I will continue next time. Let me go to the beach. Let me go outside. I am going through all kinds of transformation. I'm not always happy, like with my body, the way I look and what was done to me, but I have to accept things the way they are, and I have to always take time for myself to recharge via, you know, prayers, meditation, healing. Actually, I sleep a lot, especially when I go to work. I have to like recharge my batteries, recharge my aura energy field. So very important to take care of ourselves, loving ourselves, right? Forgive ourselves, right? And be compassionate, witness everything that is happening, what is transpiring, right? So, you know, the transparency, you know, it's going to be key. Like everything is now pretty much visible, right? The veils are thinning, and you know, more and more of the darkness can be exposed, can be seen for what it is, because of the plasma light frequency, because of the cosmic energies are here on planet that is ascending, and we're ascending as well. So it's all about raising the frequency vibration, right? And being in that divine neutrality, being surrounded by that love energies, right? And doing our best, being of service, and know your gifts, and remember who we truly are. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.